Hi everyone, welcome back to WorldCupPreview.com, and we've now reached the Group F stage of our preview, and the teams in this group are...
Italy, Paraguay, New Zealand and Slovakia.
It's an intriguing mix. I've never seen a group like this before.
It's so interesting. It's really
Yeah, and
so overall this group, just from the outset, like when the draw came out for this group last year, I just saw 3 teams batting for second spot. It's just
a lot of the groups are like this. A lot of the groups that we've been talking about.
But this one is like if you say Group G is a group of death, this is a group of life.
Yeah,
this is
group of life for Italy.
For Italy, group of death for some other teams in that group, which we'll talk about very soon.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll start off with Italy first.
Defending champions.
What's your thoughts?
And they're an aging squad. Everyone loves the phrase about Italy of how, there's no actual phrase, but how Italy just puts 10 men behind the ball and it's just 1-0 and then just defend with 10 men for the rest of the game.
Italy have won out for being a very defensive unit, yet very effective, and as I was saying, Italy, because of the defensive style, that's probably what has won the World Cups, because defense is what wins teams World Cups.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it is a tragic thing that we're talking about Holland. You were talking about how they just got this great brand of football, but it just doesn't cut it for the World Cup. You've got to find a balance if you want to do that, and sometimes you just forget it completely and just do it, which is a bit of a tragedy for us fans watching.
Neutral
fans,
it's just purists who love watching attacking football.
Yeah,
Italy is sort of the anti of that.
Yeah, exactly.
And
a bit of anti-football.
Just look at Germany 2006. Italy only conceded 2 goals for the whole tournament. One of them was
a scrappy own goal against the USA.
The other one was a penalty, which was in the final.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, conceding 2 goals, you're more certain to win a World Cup if you do that over 7 games. You're more, certain to win a World Cup.
Well, obviously, if you never concede a goal, the worst result you can get is a 0-0 draw. So
that's right. So I guess that's why I do it. But
Yeah.
And the other thing, Italy is a very in terms of performing World Cups, they're pretty good. They're 4-time winners. And it's funny because they've won a World Cup 4 times, but they've only won European Championship once. And so for the World Cup, they always stand up. And do better than what most people expect. In 2006, a few people talked about them winning the World Cup. Let alone just even no one thought it would be challenge seriously for it.
Yeah.
But they surprised the world, and this time they could do it again, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Last time everyone's like, well, these guys are too old, they're past it, they can't go all the way. And this is exactly what I'm going to say now, and I don't know.
4 years old, I guess they're old now.
I guess it might be a bit more justified, and their experience is their strength and their weakness.
That's sort of the problem now in Italy this time, because the core of the squad of 2006 is still there.
Yeah.
However, the 4 years older, and the core of the squad actually plays in Juventus. And
that was ridiculous. Not a single Inter player in there.
Yeah, no. There's no
Inter
because Inter has no Italians who play in the first 11.
Oh yeah.
And play consistent. The only one who plays, who's Italian, plays in Inter is Balotelli, but he's more a substitute. It's way too young. And
Lippi's policy is if you're under 25, you can't go into the Italian teams.
Well, there you go. That's another thing.
Unofficial policy.
Unofficial policy. Yeah. So because of that, most of I think at least 40% of players are from Juventus. And if you've been following Italian football, Juventus have had a shocking season.
I'd love to see Marcello Lippi manage a club team and play against Arsene Wenger. So a bunch of kids playing against a bunch of grandpas.
Exactly. Juventus have had a shocking season.
Yeah, they've had a pretty shocking season.
And given that most Italian team are playing Juventus, I think he just shows that I don't think Italy is up for it this time.
Yeah, you got Cannavaro again commanding this defense. I mean, great. 4 years ago you were World Player of the Year, but that was 4 years ago, and you were right now. It just doesn't look that great to me.
No.
But
obviously they got Marcello back because he left after the World Cup for 2 years, and then his successor Donadoni
crashed out in
Euro, and he came back to save the team.
I'm never a fan of bringing coaches back unless it's a long time after, when Real Madrid brought back Cabello after 15 years or whatever. That's okay, but to bring someone back from the coach, the one to replace the one that you replaced is sort of going backwards. I don't like.
That's true. And the last time a team won back-to-back World Cups was Brazil in 58 and 62. And Italy was the other team who did in 34 and 38.
Yeah.
But
it's so difficult to defend a crown.
To back up, it's so difficult. You just asked France after 98.
Yeah. 2002, I couldn't even find the back of the net.
Brazil 2006, they got knocked down quarterfinal. I mean, it's very difficult, and I didn't expect them to do this time. But
I mean, I'm not sure why he didn't call up Totti. I mean, if his policy is to have a lot of experienced players, Totti is finding some form for Roma. I mean, it wouldn't have hurt to have him there. I mean, he's not doing one or the other. I mean, if he's doing it, fine. If you want, you have your policy of using your 06 players, or why didn't you keep Totti in there then? But I mean, apparently he was available. He did retire from internationals, but he made himself available. I think they were talking about it.
And another thing I'm interested about Italy is that the whole team actually plays in Italy.
Yeah,
except one player.
Oh. Who's
Giuseppe Rossi.
Right, Villarreal. Yes.
He plays Villarreal, and arguably he's not Italian. He's actually American.
Yeah, no, he was offered by America, but he said he wanted to play for Italy. And
he was born in America, was raised there.
He was offered by last World Cup. He could have played, and he could have played against Italy as well, in the group. But he refused. So, and it's working for him. I mean, people laughed at him because there was so many. There was a big line to be an Italian striker at the time, but now they're all aging, and he might have a big future in Italy.
I mean,
Alex Ferguson saw something in him, he eventually sold him, but he's doing well.
Very young, so he's doing well. We have probably another 2 World Cups after this, but we'll see how he performs this one. He's been talked about a lot, and maybe because of his American background, it's very very different. So so Italy, all the players of him playing Italy, which is very rare in any country. Most countries have players different places.
Oh well, it depends. Like you see, I think England's isn't their whole squad from.
Actually probably
I mean, no Beckham from LA Galaxy or anything random like that. I mean, it depends on the league, but and Australia, just to note, other than Jason Kalina, is a completely foreign squad. So it does happen. It's that's the opposite.
It's opposite actually. Yeah.
But
Italian league is not a like a little league. It's a very good league. So
exactly.
You can never underestimate.
Italians tend not to play outside their own league.
They don't have to, I guess. Their top league is one of the top in the world. So there you go.
Anyway, anything further on Italy? I mean, they've got a rich history and things like that. 4 years ago, they got through the group, and they just were very good, tight at the back, and didn't let anyone through. So this time,
Cannavaro's like 36 now, 37, and he's still there.
Still there. I mean, Gattuso is still there as well. He doesn't get a game for Milan, but he gets a game for Italy. So, but he's a wonderful destroyer, as they call them. I mean, he's still there, but I mean, how many more years can you do it? And
4 years older, 4 years slower,
4 years wiser.
4 years wiser, I don't know.
What's the practicality in that? I don't know. But
we'll get out of this group, I think, but we'll talk about it again.
It's an easy group for them. That's not a problem. It's just we'll talk about their chances of the title later.